Welcome back to the channel. Today we have our, I don't even know what episode, 37 or 38 episode of our Roto Show series on hard mode with Edison O'Neill. We started this one a little bit late. We already down 0-1 to Hauser on the mound. We'll go over his pitches in a second, but we do get a hit, and that'll be a single up the middle, and we are starting this episode off on an absolute heater with the hit. How many times have we done that in the last few weeks? But with that being said, we'll start this game on base. We'll have to go over Hauser's pitches in the next at bat. But I appreciate y'all being here, man. I really do enjoy you all tuning in for these. It has been really fun. The last few months have just been crazy for the YouTube channel. We're almost up to 500 subscribers. We're at 437 at the time of this recording. So if you all could just keep showing the channel some love, I would be super, super appreciative. But we'll have a challenge here in our second at bat. Oh, what are we going to do? No home run. Let's try to get on base after taking the first pitch. So looking at Hauser here, he throws a sinker all the way up to 96, a four-seamer up to 97, a slider, 12-6 curveball, and then a circle change. That's 12-6 curveball does get down into the high 70s.
And that's outside.
And the curveball gets down in the low 70s. Sorry for had a brain fart for a second. So we'll take that first pitch. We'll take back-to-back pitches to get us to 2-0 here in the count.
If the batter's paying attention,
after going 0-2, we'll get another pitch here from Hauser. Oh, that was under it again. We have just keep hitting it too far under where the ball needs to go. I'm not sure where we're going to be able to find the ability to level out our barrel head, but we'll be back up here at the top of the fifth with 1 on and 2 away. Still facing the same pitcher. I'll throw a sinker in there in the bottom right-hand corner and call it for a strike. Or the 9th Kansas City prospect, which is so strange because last year we were, what, like the 2nd on the list? Kansas City must have done some wheeling and dealing behind the scenes and picked up a few guys because there's no way just one draft gets them all the way, you know, like 6 other guys ahead of us. But we'll foul that one off behind us and we'll go to 0-2 here. We'll take that one on the inside at 95 on there on the four-seamer to get the count to 1-2 for O'Neill. We'll stay alive there, fouling off that sinker down on the bottom third of the zone, right where you want to put that sinker ball. Down right at the edge of the zone or right below it is where you want to live with that ball. The hitter or the base runner will steal, but we had to swing. Could have been a nice swing or a hit and run if we were able to get that into play, but we'll foul it away. We'll just keep fouling stuff away. Better timing on that sinker, but just too far away from the barrel head, and we'll foul it down into the dirt. And we'll get rung up on that 12-6 curveball. It looked like it had more drift to the right outside the zone, but we'll strike out looking. Back here in the top of the 8, up 3-0, facing Jensen, who throws a four-seamer, slider, changeup, two-seamer. Not a crazy mix. No curveball on us, so no big drop in curveball. We'll take that first pitch at 95 in on the hips to get us to 1-0. Nobody out, nobody on, so we'll be leading off the top of the 8th. We'll foul it on very late, 94 on top, close to the black of the strike zone to get us a 1-1. That is a good rip, perfect through the gap at second or third and shortstop, and that'll be another single today. 114 off the bat for O'Neill on that changeup at 83. Man, I would just love to get some elevation on that. We still have yet to hit a homer this season. And it's just going to be an interesting ride if we don't hit a homer this season because we are a power hitter and we will get a stolen base. So even though we're not hitting homers, we're still stealing bases. So I guess singles with a stolen base is similar to a double, right? In a roundabout way, you can look at it that way. And Yepez will stay hitless today as he strikes out looking. But we'll get Gavin Cross up with 1 away, runner in scoring position for him. Let's see if he has a righty on lefty advantage. I think it's a good rip, and it'll be a one-hopper into right or left field. We're going to stay. Coach told us to stay. And we'll get back and safely, after rounding it a little bit too far, we do get there safe. And we'll have runners at the corners, 1 away still. Sac fly will score another run. Gentry's also 0 for 3 today. A lot of hitless performances today, and he'll strike out. At least he swings. Unlike Yepez, we'll get Devaney, who is 2 for 3, so hopefully he can do something here. Maybe, maybe not. He gets a good rip at it, and that is deep to left field. Does it have enough to carry over the wall? No, it does not. It dies at the warning track. and Larnick is able to make the play there. We are back here in the top of the ninth. We get another chance. See if we can extend it to a 3 for 5 day. Hopefully we can do something other than a single. But we're going to be contact slinging, so possibly not. We are facing Alcala. A slider, four-seamer, circle change, sinker is what's on the mound for us. Circle change, sinker combo is always pretty nasty because they're about the same movement coming into a right-handed batter. But one's a little bit slower than the other one, obviously. We're batting 114 with runners in scoring position. We need to change that stat. Oh, sinker drops just straight down. No inward drift, so I thought it was going to be a little four-seamer at the bottom of the zone. But he's able to fool us, and we'll go 0-2 with 2 away with the runner still on second base.
Runner at second with 2 down. And that's a little
that is a tough pitch to take for O'Neill. Right on the top of the zone, just right outside of it, a slider. Could have been a meatball if it was down just a couple inches. Oh, thankfully the discipline shows there for O'Neill. We're able to hold that barrel head back to get the count to 2-2. We just need something to come in here. Get in the wheelhouse. And that is in the wheelhouse, and we just absolutely just get under it, man. And that is frustrating. Right where you want to see it, just almost center of the zone. And we'll swing under it and fly out. We will take the field here with the Saints threatening 1 away, 1 on first. So not in a dire situation just yet, but we'll get the grounder to us. We can end the game here if we make a good throw. We do. Can we get it returned back? And we will. And the Storm Chasers will go home with a victory today. Off of a decent day for O'Neill. 2 for 5 is not terrible. And we take the lead here 3-2 in Minneapolis, or St. Paul, whatever you want to call it there. The Twin Cities there. That's why they call them the Twins. If you didn't know, the more you know. But we did a good day today. 2 for 5, not terrible. 2 singles. Loves to hit some more power, but we're never going to complain about getting that average up. So let's hop on into the next one. Back here for, I think, the last game of the series. It is going to be Breast Cancer Awareness Day in the league, so we'll be using our purple bat. See if we can get a single or better here, trying to keep the first inning going, facing Henriquez on the bump. And if I do, memory serves me right, he does throw some heat. Yep, up at 98. Hits that triple digits on that four-seamer, a slider, changeup, cutter. Stays basically above anything above 80 on all of his pitches. Oh, my brother, that is right there for you. And I was just way too early on it. We'll go to 1-1. We'll take that heater at 99. He climbs the ladder, but it'll be too far above the zone. We're able to lay off to get us to 2-1. Ooh, and that one does touch triple digits. First one of the day we've seen at triple digits, but that is too far out. And he's losing command. 3-1 here. Green light. Oh, we get on top of it. Right on the corner. He's going to make a spinning throw. It'll be a close play, but we are out at first. We'll get a 1-2-3 inning to get them to the bottom half. And they take a stiff early lead. 3-0 here in the second. We're here in the top of the fourth. Are we hitless? We are hitless. He is going a no-hitter right now. No. Let's see if we can break it up. When we're swinging like that, it's not going to be any difficulty to throw. No. 0-2 now. 2 terrible swings. We'll finally lay off one, but it does triple digits. When he throws that heat up there, it seems like he can't really control where it's going. And we'll get to 1-2. We'll foul that one off. That was in the zone, so it was good defense by O'Neill to keep the count the same. That slider doesn't, that slider's kind of funky looking. It doesn't have a lot of lateral movement, but it does at the tail end. So it kind of looks like and that is a broken no-hitter, barely a bloop single will end the no-hit bid for Henriquez. And I know the guys in the dugout are ecstatic for us because we know one wants to get no-hit, and we're able to break it up. Hopefully we can get something going now. Yepez, who is perennially terrible when we're on base, has a chance. And once again, he won't be able to come through when we are on the bags, and we'll get out of the fourth, or top of the fourth, with only 1 hit to the team's name. Contact swing for a hit is what we're going to go with. 3 hits now for us, but we're still down 3-0. 2 outs, nobody on once again, and that is a decent swing. Is that going to drop? He made a bad run at first. He went a little bit more right than he should have straight at it, but it hung too far, and he's able to make the play. Coming back to the plate here, Henriquez is staying on to go full shutty. We only have 2 outs left, and they have taken a stiff lead to 7-0. So there's probably really no chance for us left in this game. And we still got to go take our at-bats. We'll take the first one at 98, up and in, and out of the zone. Whew, good timing. A little bit late on it, but that barrel head was way too far under it to get us to 1-1. Again, very late, man. 100 mile per hour will get on you really quick, and we'll get to 1-2 now. One away, nobody on. There's not been anybody on for O'Neill today, and he swings too early. Good change of speed there by Henriquez. Just a 10 mile per hour drop off from that fastball to that cutter, and we'll strike out at the end of the day at 1-4. So we do get a hit. We don't go hitless today, thankfully, but the team didn't fare too well. Shut out, full game shutty for Henriquez. We'll hopefully turn around in the next one. And we will be returning to Omaha, Nebraska here on a raining day against the Nashville Sounds. Both of us have a losing record coming into this one. We're 5 games under 500. They're 7. But hopefully we can get something going. Facing Gasser, who throws a 4-seamer, slider, curveball, changeup, 2-seam mix. Drops all the way to 75 on the curveball. Tops out around 95. 20 mile per hour change. So we'll have to be a little bit reserved on that because the last time we faced the pitcher, he was throwing triple digits. And he throws a little bit less, and that is a good rip, and that'll be into the gap, and that is going to get us a double for our very first hit of the day. That'll be a stand-up double here. 104 off the bat off that 77 mile per hour curveball, and that is a good rip to O'Neill. So we have runner on second now as we are down 1-0. The Sounds come out hot and get a run very early on in this one. Hopefully we can climb back here, but again, Yepez has not been great with us on base, and that streak continues as he flies out to shallow left field to the shortstop as he ranges there and gets it. And that'll end the first inning. 1-0 Sounds, and they climb out to a further lead to 3-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody on once again, facing Gasser still. And he'll throw that 2-seamer. Not a great place for that. Up and outside the zone. You definitely don't want to get caught slacking with that. Up in the zone, you'll take that one at 93, in on the knees, but it stays in the zone to get us a 1-1. Change up speed, very good. Got us out in front on our front foot, and we'll swing too early to get us 1-2. We'll have to protect now, choke up on the bat. Oh, we get back-to-back hits into center field. It'll be a one-hopper to center fielder, and we'll have half the cycle completed. We just need a homer and a triple. We have not hit either one of those this season, but we'll see if we can do it later on this one. Yepez up again, for one today. Hopefully he can come through in this one. And he is just on a bad beat. Not only does he get out, he'll round out to a double play to get us out of the fourth in the bottom half of the inning. And they get another run. So every time we come to bat, they get another run. We do finally have a runner on base, but we haven't fared too well this season with a runner on or in scoring position, to say the least. And here we go again with the same old story. We'll fly out to right field, too far under it once again, and with a runner in scoring position, we just can't seem to get it going. And oh my goodness, the Sounds have jumped out to a 10-0 lead here as we are in the bottom of the ninth. We're up here just because we have to be. We're in contact swing to see if we can get a little boost to contact swing. We do have 91 speed on first base, so something in the gap should score him. We'll be facing Howard. Ooh, check our swing, and that is a bad call by the ump. That definitely was a ball. With the call to strike in that slider. A 4-seamer slider circle change. Tops out at 98 on that 4-seamer. And we'll be really late on that, and we'll chop it towards first. And it'll be a double play ball to end the game. So we'll go 2 for 4 today. A single and a double. So not terrible, but our team has been shut out in back-to-back games. 18 innings of scoreless ball for the boys, and that is not what you want to see. We have gotten to first place in hits for the team. Our OPS is abysmal because we just keep hitting singles. We just don't get enough extra base hits or homers. So we'll look to turn that around in the next one. The rain has let up today in Omaha. We're back here for game number 4 of the episode. We're going to be facing Ashby as we have runners on second and third. A sinker, slider, circle change, 12-6. And then that 4-seamer as his 5th pitch will be rounding us out today. We'll take that sinker who has a ton of movement on it. It'll run outside the zone and get us to 1-0. Nobody out though. We'll check our swing, but it's a call strike on that circle change. So he's going to be working that circle change sinker combo. Definitely a ground ball pitcher. Hopefully we can elevate. Ooh, we don't elevate, but we do get something up the middle, and that is going to score 2 to get us to a 2-1 lead as the Sounds score at first. in the first inning once again. 98 on the bat. He did get what he wanted. It was a grounder pitch or a ground ball, but it just ran up the middle outside of any gloves. And Yepez continues the story once again. Yin to his yang. And he'll fly out to center field to get the first out of the inning. And we'll stay on first. I don't know what it is, man, but it is literally every time I'm on base, Yepez can't hit. But every time I'm not, it seems like he does get a hit. As Gentry comes up, he's batting 183 this season. He'll ground to first base, and it looks like it's going to be a double play. That's one. And that is two. It's a close play at first, but he calls him out to get out of the inning. So we do take the lead off our 2 RBI single. And his average has jumped to 242 so far, which is good. Up here in the bottom of the third, score stays the same. We'll take that first pitch, a slider out to the zone, barely for ball one. One away, nobody out, or nobody on. Ooh, sinker right down the pipe. Kind of fooled us there with that backward movement. I don't face too many lefties with singers, so it'll be interesting. Oh, a freaking 12-6 curveball that he hung. Good timing, but guess what? Actually, 29 degrees of launch elevation, not terribly too far under it. Is that, what's his name? Who is that in right field? Who is that in right field? Is that not Seth Lugo? Oh, who's in right field? Player stats. Brandon Belt. Yeah, that is Brandon Belt in right field. That is hilarious. We're facing Ashby once again. We have a runner on first. We have lost the lead 4-3. We'll take that first pitch at 93 inside. We'll have a runner on first, one away. Looking to make a change here. Change the lead. That is a topper, and oh, he's able to extend his left arm to snag it. Fire it over to first and get us barely by a foot or two to end the inning. Bottom of the 7th, we're 1 for 3 today. The game is finally tied once again. I don't think it's been tied since 0-0. We're just going to advance the runner. No need to contact swing. We're just going to try to get something through the infield, advance the runner. A 4-seamer, curveball, slider, 2-seam, low 90s on those fastballs is where Hudson will sit. We'll swing through too late on that 4-seamer up and in to get us to 1-0. We'll swing over top that curveball just early to get us to 0-2. We're going to have to play defensive now, see if we can get something going on a contact swing. Maybe we should have just taken the contact swing because we're relegated to contact swing anyways because we can't find anything going for us. We'll take that one for a ball, though. We'll foul that one off to stay alive. Better timing, still a little bit behind. Hopefully we can deliver. We do need to deliver. We're 1 for 3 today. 2-4 would be better, obviously. It would improve our average and our OPS just slightly. 2-2 now after we took that 4-seamer down and in. We'll take that 4-seamer up. It'll be a 3-2 count. The runner will be in motion, so basically anything into the outfield should score him. We'll foul it off to stay alive. A little bit too defensive there. We could have got issued a walk. Got that average at 333 today. Ooh, and that'll be down the line. The runner's going to advance all the way to third base, and it'll be a nice hit and run. Oh, he's going to round third and go home, and that is going to get him out by a country mile. That'll end the 7th inning. Not a great decision there to run. As we have hit extras, free baseball here in Omaha. We'll be facing Fong, who throws a 4-seamer slider changeup mix. Mid to low 90s on that 4-seamer. We'll take the first one out for a ball. 1-0. We have bumped up our average with runners in scoring position after that single. Was that today or yesterday? It was yesterday, I think. Hopefully we can get another hit with a runner in scoring position. That is going to be deep to right field. Is that going to get over the first baseman's head? And it will be one hopper off the wall, and the runner is going to score from second. And that is going to be a walk-off hit for O'Neal. And what a way to come through. Walk-off double for O'Neal to send us home victorious. And the crowd is not really going crazy. There's not many people here, but we are going crazy. The team will finally steal one from the Sounds today. And we'll get the series to 1-1. As Fong is pretty upset after he gave up that late go-ahead run, that walk-off run there by O'Neal. Went oppo field for that one and got pretty much all of it. It would have been a little better if he could have hit it about 10 feet further. It would have been a 2-run homer. But we'll take what we can get in this one, and we will head on to the next one, see if we can steal this series and go up by a game against the Sounds. Back here for game, I think number 5 or 6. It's hard to keep track sometimes if I'm not saying it every single time we're up here. But we'll be facing Seth Lugo, the former, honestly, I think he was a former Kansas City Royal. So he'll be playing against his former minor leagues team. A 4-seamer, curveball, sinker, slider, circle change is what we're going to be facing on the bump today. And we'll take that first 4-seamer down and in for ball number 1. And we'll have a runner on first, 1 away. Hopefully we can deliver here. He's going to be taking off, so we're going to take that pitch to see if he can get in there. He does on a wild, not really wild throw, just a little high throw by the catcher. And we'll have that runner in scoring position. We have come through the last 2 at-bats with runners in scoring position. Let's see if we can get a third here. We'll take that 4-seamer out and away to get us to 2-1. Will has really picked it up as of late, hitting a 248 now. He was down all the way to like 205. He might have even dipped below 200 for a game or two, but he's back up here around the 250 mark. If he can keep going and get to the 280, the team might pull him up. We'll have to wait and see. We'll get issued a walk. The base was open, so it's not detrimental to the Sounds, but it is good to see runners on first and second. But let's see if Yepez can turn it around here again. We are his kryptonite, it seems, when we get on base. And it looks like that might be the case again. He does take him deep to left field, but it dies about 5 or 6 feet in front of the rolling track. And our runner on second is not going to take off. He has 91 speed, but didn't feel comfortable with trying to take it to third. So we'll get stuck at first and second once again for Gavin Cross, who's got up to 254 now. Hopefully he can come through early in this one, but he won't. He'll take that. Ooh, he'll take a force out at second. A good play there by the third baseman to get him out of the first. And we'll go zeros through it. It was the first game in the series so far that they have not scored in the very first inning. And we'll take bases empty. We're going to get a single or better. We'll contact swing. Probably should have taken the other one. We'll contact swing to see if we can get on. Nobody on, nobody away here up against Seth Lugo. We have taken the 1-0 lead. Oh, is that going to get through? No. And Brandon Belt's actually going to be playing first base today, and he'll be able to make that play. As we'll have runners on first and second this time. Bottom of the 5th, 1 away, so a sac fly will get him to third. But that's about all. As we'll be late on that fastball get down, and it does get down. The right fielder's not able to range to it and make the play. A $154 now is our average with runners in scoring position. We've done well, like I said, 3 times in a row. Or 2 times in a row. We got that walk last time. We'll foul that off to stay at, or not to stay at 0-2, to move to 0-2. Need to come through here. We're going to choke up and play defensive. We'll check swing, kind of more of just throw his shoulder at it to get us to 1-2. We'll get some discipline and vision for that. We won't get anything for that one as we swing through the fastball up above the zone. And we are back here in the bottom of the 8th. 3-1 now. Sounds. McKendry will be facing us. A 4-seamer, slider, changeup, 2-seam. A little lower on the velocity than the last couple guys we faced. What are we swinging at, man? I don't know what I'm doing. We're 0 for 2 today. We had a little bit of a hitting streak going on in this episode. And that is in jeopardy now. We had good timing, but guess what? We are way too far under it. And we'll fly out. We probably won't get another chance, and that will probably end our hitting streak for the episode, and it will. As we go hitless today, 0 for 3. We do get a walk, so our OPS goes up slightly, but it falls probably after we go 0 for 3. So hopefully we can improve in the next one, which will probably be our last one in the episode. Back here for the last game of the episode, facing Gasser once again. We're not going to go over his pitches because we did that earlier in the episode. We'll get on top of one. Good timing. It'll be a ground out to shortstop to end the first inning. And they have scored 3 on us so far in the first, and that is not what you want to see. They've scored 2 more. Oh my goodness, they just keep putting up in bunches on us. Runner on first, nobody out, so we'll be the second batter of this inning facing Gasser. And that is a good rip. But we just, again, just not enough barrel behind it, and we'll fly out to right field. And I just don't know what is wrong with O'Neal, man. He killed it last year, had a ton of home runs, even in the preseason. Had a ton of home runs, but is just not able to get anything going in the minors this season. And it's going to be something we need to work on, I guess, because I don't really know what to do, and we're getting 1 hit. This is going to be the 3rd shutout of the episode if we get shut out today. We're going to try to need to change that. We'll take the pitches back-to-back, 1-1 now. Take a 3rd one for ball 2. Nobody out for us. We do have 2 outs this inning, so we need to come through here in a big way just to get a base runner. Base runners have been far and few in between. Hits have been far and few in between. We've only had one in over 5 innings of work. That is a good rip down the line. Is that going to be a homer, baby? Our first homer of the season will be a very short one. Only 366 feet, 100 off the bat. But whatever gets over the fence is a homer, so it doesn't matter how you get there. And we will end the shutout in this one. We are solo shotting it to end the 0 on the board. So remove that goose egg, put up a crooked number, and we will go back to the dugout very, very happy. Let's take another look at this one. That just looped around. Hit the side of the building. Hit the water pole. Snuck in between the water pole and the wall, I guess. And the Sounds have put up 2 more in this one. We'll be facing Fong once again. We faced him, got a walk-off on him earlier. No walk-offs will be taking place now. We fouled that one off behind us. Good timing on it, but just not good enough. Nobody on, nobody out. In the bottom of the 9th, and that is another good timing, but we just topped it, and the third baseman will make the play. So we will go hitless today unless there's some crazy comeback, and there won't be. But I'm glad we got a homer. We finally hit a homer, which has been such a long, I mean, we're like 40 games into the season, and we hit our first homer of the season. We are a power hitter, and that's just not what you need to do. But we do have 14 RBIs now. Went 6 for 16 so far in the series, but I appreciate y'all tuning in today. If y'all wouldn't mind dropping a like down below, hitting that subscription button, it really does help out the channel. We're so close to 500. We're like 60 subscribers away, and it would really just make my year if we can hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. But I appreciate you all, guys, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next one.